It may be gloomy outside, but I look like a ray of sunshine today. Oh boy. Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name is Alyssa and today I am doing my July TBR. So I have a few books that I really want to read. I have quite a few. I'm looking at my pile thinking, oh my gosh, how? Actually, 3 of the books are for the reading rush, which happens at the end of July, so I will be talking about those as well and what prompts they go for, etc, etc. But before then, I have a few books that I'd like to read, you know, whilst I'm waiting for the readathon. So let's talk about them, shall we? So a couple of these I mentioned in my June wrap-up, so I'm just briefly going to mention these. I don't have a whole lot of books outside of the reading rush that I'm going to be reading, so there's that. The first one being A Darker Shade of Magic by Schwab. I'm actually reading this with my best friend and we're really liking it. This is her favorite book ever, so she's like, let's read this together in case you have questions. And I was like, sweet. I've already had questions. This is about a guy named Kel who can jump between different versions of London. Some have magic, some don't. Some have a little bit of magic. And unfortunately, he stumbles, kind of literally, across a artifact that is bad news. But then that artifact gets stolen by stoled? Oh my gosh, English? That artifact gets stolen by a girl named Lila, and things kind of just go crazy from there. This has been really good so far. I've really enjoyed this book, and there's a lot of characters that I like, some I don't like, some I don't like and still feel bad for, but I'm really enjoying this read along. Hopefully I will finish this month. Now the next one is my main priority for the month before the reading rush. So I'm not adding too many books to my TBR because of this, because it's Words of Radiance by Sanderson. The book you could literally murder someone with because it's so big. Don't get any ideas, kids. I am obsessed with this series and I kind of took a break from it in June because I wanted to focus on the Make Your Myth Taker, and now I am ready to get back into this world, back with my bays. Just ready to go. No one says bae anymore, what the heck. But obviously this is the sequel to The Way of Kings, so I can't really say much about it. But The Way of Kings is a epic high fantasy with a vast cast of characters, all kind of working differently yet to the same goal in a way. There's a soundtrack that goes with it. That's pretty cool. I'm really loving this. Can't wait to get back into this. I've missed this, so I'm definitely, this is like top priority. Won't finish it this month, I'm sure. If I do, that's a miracle. So another book that I would like to start and probably will not finish this month, considering the last book we saw, is A Gathering of Shadows. Still can't figure out what the title is for this. By Schwab. This is the sequel to A Darker Shade of Magic. I went ahead and I bought it. I figured I'm gonna need it at this rate, so I got it. And I probably will need to read it right away. So that's that. That's the sequel. Gonna read it. Hopefully. We'll see. Probably not. Okay, so I have 3 books that I'm doing for the reading rush, and I'm doing only 3 instead of 7 because I'm doubling up because I cannot read 7 books in a week. Not feasible for me at all. If I get these 3 done, I will be impressed. The books I'm going to show you are not in order of prompts. I'll just tell you which ones they're for. Got my handy dandy notebook. Woo! Okay, so for the first book for the reading rush, I'm going to be reading Heidi by Johanna Spyri. I think I'm pronouncing that right. And this is for prompt 3 and 4 of the reading rush. Prompt number 3 is read a book inspired by a movie you've already seen. Now, have not watched Heidi. I am going to before the reading rush because it's on Amazon Prime. So that's the plan for this one. It's short, it's big font. I've kind of read it once. I read like the, you know, watered down children's version. So excited to read the full-blown caffeinated one. And this one also goes for prompt number 4, which is read the first book you touch, and it is literally the first one I picked up because I saw prompt number 3 and I was like, all right, cool. So I picked this one up first. This is a weird prompt. Number 4 is really weird. I don't know much about Heidi, the book, but I know it's about a girl who goes and lives with the mountains with an old guy. And there's goats. Lots of goats. So the next book on this list is The Unexpected Everything by Morgan Matson. This is the biggest book on my list, but I get through her books pretty quickly, so I'm not too concerned. This one goes for the prompt. Number 2, read a book that starts with the. This is one of the few I had on my TBR. This was actually really hard. This also goes for prompt number 5, read a book outside your house. We are in COVID, so can't really go anywhere. But I do have a nice swing outside I can sit on if it's not too hot. But also there's outdoors on the cover, and she's a dog walker, so she's obviously not gonna walk dogs in her house. That would be dumb. So that's why I picked this one. It can go for multiple versions of outside your house. So there you go. And this also goes for prompt number 6, which is a book in a genre you want to read more of. This is contemporary. I have like a mixed love-hate relationship with contemporary. I love Morgan Matson's books, but the other contemporaries I've read, which have not been that many, I haven't liked. So I'd like to get more into like this kind of contemporary. I'm a big fantasy nerd, so it's really hard for me to branch out of my comfort zone. So genre I kind of want to read more out of. I don't know much about this. I know this about a girl whose dad is involved in a political scandal or some kind of scandal, and he's like up for election or something, and it kind of destroys her whole life and her family, and there's dogs and a guy. Yep. And then the last book for the reading rush is Akata Witch by Nnedi Okorafor. I'm definitely pronouncing that wrong, and I'm so sorry. This is for prompt number 1, a book with your birthstone color on it. Mine is a diamond, the lamest one, white, and this is the most white cover I have. And I just got this, so I'm actually really excited to read this though. And then this also goes for prompt number 7, a book in a different continent. And this takes place, I believe, in Nigeria. Yeah, she lives in Nigeria. I had to look, I'm not gonna lie. I don't know a whole lot about this other than there's a magic school, she has some sort of magical abilities, she makes friends. In my mind, from what I've heard, it kind of sounds like a Nigerian Harry Potter. So I'm all for, you know, more things like Harry Potter, because I like Harry Potter. It's not my favorite series, but I like it. It's enjoyable. I'm really excited to read this. I hope it's good. I'm sure it's gonna be great. There's bugs on the cover. Ew. I hate bugs. That's so random. I'm so sorry. So this is my ambitious TBR for the month. This is 6 books this month. 2 of which I probably will not be finishing this month. But I can dream, and dream I shall. So let me know what you guys are reading down below for the month of July, and if you're gonna join in the reading rush, let me know. If you're joining the reading rush, excuse me, ma'am. And if you're joining the reading rush, we can totally talk about the books we're gonna read and our prompts and all that good stuff. Yeah, so I will talk to you guys all in the comments below, and thank you so much for watching. I will see you really, really soon in the next video. Bye-bye!